Oh shit. Oh, where's my glasses? I can't see. Well, welcome back to another edition of 42nd Street Pete's Grindhouse, Really Weird Cinema. And let me tell you about a certain thing that happened in New Jersey in the mid 70s. There was a mall in Wayne called the Willowbrook Mall, which was built. And there was two theaters in the mall, the Little Cinemas 1 and 2. And the Little Cinema 1 showed porn. That's right, hardcore porn in a suburban shopping mall. And the other one showed some mainstream stuff, some grindhouse stuff. I mean, they showed Last House on the Left at Night of the Living Dead one time. But anyway, Pop Cinema just came out with what they call these racy reels from the Something Weird vault. And these are the prints from Something Weird, the original prints, Female Chauvinists and Hot Connections. And Female Chauvinists was 1976, Hot Connections was 1973. And both of them are about women's lib. And this one stars Roxanne Brewer, Ushi Dygart, Candy Samples, and some other things you would see. And the premise is that Roxanne Brewer has huge tits. I mean, supersized tits and big hair and a sort of, let me be generous, a bulldog-looking face. But anyway, she is hired to infiltrate this group of feminists that hate men and really hate men, and it's where it gets funny. Because she gets in there, and one of the girls that's in there is Ushi, who actually has a speaking part in this. She sort of sounds like Ursula Andress. And she's got a good speaking part. And she's there because she hates men. She was raped by her father, but her father will give her $1 million if she has a baby. But again, she hates men. So there's a lot of girl stuff. There's when they all line up, it's sort of like the parade of boobage, because on one side you got the itty bitty titty committee, and then you hit in the middle, and then you hit Candy, and then you hit Ushi, then you hit Roxanne for the really big ones. So there's a lot of softcore hijinks going on as Roxanne's boyfriend infiltrates the thing and is hired as a handyman because he's a deaf mute. So there's a lot of stuff going on with the girls experimenting with him and things like that. And actually, it's a lot of tongue-in-cheek and a lot of it's funny, because when it originally opens up, there's a protest, and this drag queen walks over and says, "Can I protest?" And they go, "You're a man." And he goes, "No, I'm not." And then for some reason, he takes a pratfall, his wig falls off, and they have a good laugh, but that sort of opens the festivities. And it keeps getting weirder with that. The main chick involved in the whole thing is this really nasty looking older woman, looks like she's in her 60s. And she, is the one, we want to castrate the men, this and that and the other thing. Well, they keep doing this thing with the boyfriend, and finally, this is where it gets interesting. You're at about the 60-minute mark, and all of a sudden, they're doing something in the barn with the boyfriend, and this hot black chick is giving them a blowjob, and they don't pull away. And then somebody else joins in, and then there's a money shot. Well, all the girls seem to want to line up and do this guy, so they all line up and basically in a line and do him. And the real boner killer is when the older woman all of a sudden strips down to the buff with her floppy tits and sits on his crotch and starts riding him. Then the parade continues, and Ushi does a little thing where basically Roxanne tells Ushi, "You can do this." She goes, "I hate men." Well, then put a bag over his head. So while he's banging the black chick, Ushi sneaks up, puts the bag over his head, and straddles him. So then we go back to the barn, and this one gets real hardcore because Candy Samples gets in and straddles him. And Candy was no stranger to doing hardcore, and she excels in this one. So yeah, it all has a happy ending. He's thrown out. Roxanne leaves because she's pissed off because he's getting more pussy than she could possibly give him. So then you go to Hot Connections, which is about the phone company, and this honcho in the phone company who basically uses his authority to bang everybody underneath him, including Renee Bond and some other people you would know. So there's a plot to get him outed, and they're taking pictures of him and things like that. And they're going to do this whole protest thing where they blow up all this stuff and pretty much expose him for the scumbag that he is. Now, these are the original prints that Something Weird Video used back in the day, and Pop Cinema has cleaned them up. And, you know, they have the glitches, they have the little lines, they have the little bubbles here and there, but that sort of adds to the back alley ambiance of the whole thing. And definitely worth picking up. I mean, you know, it's a Blu-ray DVD combo. This is volume 2. I will get into volume 1 shortly, but like I said, this one's pretty good. You know, Renee Bond, Lynn Harris, like the other one, Ushi, Candy, and all. And it's really good stuff. It's really fun shit. And now I have to address something that just happened. Last night, Boots started acting up. On top of my car needing a shitload of work in a fuel pump, this morning she started throwing up again. I had to call the vet, emergency visit on a Sunday, had to trust that this fucking car would get me down there without breaking down. And basically I got down there, and the bottom line is she has liver disease. There's no more elevated enzymes, whatever. Whatever she has, there's something going on. After she gets through with this medication, she's going to need an ultrasound to see what the fuck is actually going on inside and to take steps from that. So, no, this is not a good thing. Yes, this cost me a shitload of money. Yes, I'm going through fucking money that I don't have right now, and I don't know what to do. And I hate to say this. I thought I could sell enough shit to keep this going, but obviously that isn't happening. All the shit's just sitting in the other room on the shelf, the magazines, the books, whatever. And I honestly cannot right now see me going forward with anything. I can also not see me re-upping the first 3 issues because I don't have the money to lay out. It's that simple. And someone said, well, you know, she's only a dog, this and that and the other thing. Well, she's sitting right here looking at me because she wants something, but I'm going to tell this story because I never told this story. And this is a very fucking nasty story. And this is why no animal under my care will ever suffer. Be it a dog, a turtle, a goldfish, whatever, will never suffer. I was involved with somebody a lot of years ago, for 5 years, and we had adopted a dog from the shelter. Well, things went sour and domestic violence occurred not on my part, but on hers. And I wound up with a fucking concussion. I'm not going to go into graphic detail about that. But anyway, I was basically locked out of my own house for 3 or 4 months. Had to get a restraining order, the whole bit. It really fucking sucked, and it isn't something I like to relive. But the dog, Pebbles, was up there with her. And I knew she wasn't going to keep the dog no matter where she went, so I contacted the shelter, told her the story. They said they were going to pick up the dog. Well, the dog was never picked up. Fast forward till I get back inside the house and I'm cleaning it out, and I hire somebody to clean it out. Well, when somebody cleaned it out, they told me they turned over the mattress that was in the other room, and it was soaked with blood. So I can only assume that this crazy bitch that gave in with me killed the dog. I tried the shelters. I tried to see if anybody had surrendered this dog, but nobody did. It was a brindle pit bull mix named Pebbles, and she fucking killed it. So that's the reason why I will go to any length to protect my animals. And, you know, it isn't fucking good for me to say this, but some of these people come back out of my past after 20, 25 years or something like that and expect certain shit out of me. You're dealing with a different guy. You're not dealing with the guy you dealt with 20, 25 years ago, and I will not be put over, I will not be taken over, I will not be fucking talked down to, nor will I be manipulated. So you remember me for doing one thing, but I don't do that anymore. And to go back to the dogs, yeah, this is going to suck. I got to go for $1,500 tomorrow for a fuel pump. I can't afford to get the rest of this shit done. I got to take care of them. So whenever that reason pops up that, you know, Pete should just put a dog down and get another one, no, I don't put anything down until it's the last fucking option. Right now, she's okay. And being okay, I'll keep her okay. I'm not going to extend her life for my own satisfaction because that's bullshit. When it's time, and it will suck. But right about now, I'm doing what I can do, and that's all I can do. And if people don't understand that, I'm sorry. And like I said, if I got to start a GoFundMe, I'll have to do it. I'll have to bite the fucking bullet and admit that I need fucking help, because nothing else is going to work, boys and girls. And this fucking rumor floating around that Social Security is going to be held up next month. Hey, fuck you. I paid into this shit, and so did a lot of other people, including my ex-wife who has MS and is handicapped. My mother who was in hospice, okay? So, yeah, I'm really fucking frosted. I'm really pissed off because some people are poo-pooing this shit off. This is fucking real, and so are they. So on that note, I'm a little bit wound up, but thanks for subscribing. Thanks for tuning in. I'm doing whatever I can, and I will continue to do so to keep my animals safe. So catch you on the flip side in the middle of the week with hopefully better news.